Hello and happy spring! My dog really wanted to be part of this video, so he's just sleeping behind me. Thank you for joining, and if you're new here, my name is Mathilde, and if you're not new here, welcome back. Today I thought that I would share with you my spring bucket list. I made a full bucket list, I think in September, and I really enjoyed making this video. And to me, making bucket lists, like making seasonal bucket lists, is also a way to celebrate a new season. So this is what I want to do today. And I want to celebrate the good weather, and I want to celebrate this season. And you know, spring is all about starting new things and starting fresh. Flowers are starting to bloom again, and people are starting to go outside more, and there's just this energy that I really enjoy about spring, and I want to celebrate spring this year. So I made a list of all the things I want to do this year that I thought I would share with you. So let's go. First, I really want to go to Paris and go to an exhibition. I am very lucky to be living 15 minutes away from Paris, and I feel like I don't take advantage of the fact that I'm living that close to a city like Paris enough. There are so many museums out there that I haven't been to yet, and I really want to go see more art. And I don't know, I think spring is such an inspiring season, and I want to make the most out of it. And I'm gonna make a link with another thing I want to do this spring that is on my list. I want to organize creative, artsy nights with my friends. And I feel like if I go to the museum a bit more, I'll get even more inspired to do some artsy and creative activities with my friends. Everything started when Bridgerton came out. A friend of mine said, what if we watch the season while we each paint a painting that is Bridgerton themed? And so we each add a color, and we had so much fun doing this that I thought, we should organize more nights like that when we just do art together after a nice meal. And you know, I don't know, I felt so good doing this, and it feels so good to do things with your hands again. A few weeks later, another friend came over and we just painted gingerbread houses. I know we did this in March, but that's not the point. The point is, I just want to create more art, and it's amazing to be able to do it with my friends. So I want to organize more artsy nights with my friends. So I think it's one of the reasons why I also want to go to more exhibitions, because I just want to feel more connected to art. And as I said, I'm so lucky to be living very close to Paris, so I want to enjoy what the city has to offer. Next on my list is to create a colorful balcony. We just moved to this amazing apartment, and we have a balcony. I just want to make it feel a bit more cozy. For now it's just empty because we moved in December, so you know, you don't want to do anything with your balcony when it's raining a lot. But now that spring is back, I just want to create a space where we could enjoy spending more time on the balcony. Of course, my first reflex was to go on Pinterest, and I've seen amazing inspirations there, and I just want to make it feel cozy. I want a table, I want chairs, maybe I want a sofa. Like, I don't know what I want, but I've seen things that I really like on Pinterest. So my big project for spring 2026 is to create a nice balcony that is welcoming, to, you know, have breakfast on a Sunday morning, or to read a book, or to write, or to journal, or just, I don't know, I just want to be able to enjoy our balcony because we have one. I don't know, I'm just excited about this project, and I want it to be a spring project. I also want this spring to leave for the weekend. Last month we went on a Brittany getaway, and it was so much fun. We visited some family, and we took Tommy with us, and we had a lovely walk on the beach. Tommy has so much fun, he loves being on the beach, and I felt so happy just being away from the city and walking on a beach on a Saturday evening with my boyfriend and with family. It felt so good, and I thought we really need to do this more. So, and we also have family all over France, so it's always a good opportunity to visit family and also to visit friends. So on my bucket list I put go on more weekend getaways, because you know, when the sun is back, you just want to get out there, you know? So this is what I really want us to do. I really want to organize more movie nights, and I don't know about you, but during spring I really enjoy watching 2000 movies. I started watching, like I watched 27 Dresses the other day. It was amazing. I watched Father of the Bride 1 and Father of the Bride 2, and it was amazing. I used to watch these movies as a kid, and it felt, I don't know, it felt really nice to be watching them back as an adult, and you know, I have such a different view on them. And there's something about the vibe of movies that came out in the 2000s that just, I don't know, I just feel like there's this warm feeling that I associate with spring for some reason. I don't know, I just love it. I put on my list 13 going on 30, and I love this movie, and I don't know, it puts me in the mood for spring. But there are other kinds of movies that I put on my list. I want to watch The Cat Return. I want to watch Pride and Prejudice, of course. I want to watch Romeo plus Juliet. There's this whole thing about watching movies to put you in the mood for fall, but how about movies to put you in the mood for spring? It's the same with books. I want to read more books this spring, and because I like seasonal reading, I really want to find, you know, books that would put me in the mood for spring. Last year I read Bridgerton. I wasn't really into it. Like, I read the entire first book, but it was just, I don't know, it's not my vibe. I love the TV show. There's something about the book, I just feel like the characters are just, everyone is, I don't know. I didn't connect with the characters from the book, but I love the TV show, so I know. Also, I want to bake more spring-inspired recipes. You know, for fall, we like to bake cinnamon buns, and there are so many wintry fall recipes out there. But how about spring baking? I would love to learn how to make my own jam. I know it's not that complicated, but it's something I really want to do this spring. So I just want to keep baking and cooking. But this time, of course, because it's spring, I want spring-inspired recipes. Ooh, that one is a fun one. I really want to go to Disneyland this spring. A new land opened at Disneyland Paris, the Frozen land. I know it's not very spring-like, but I would love to go and discover this new land. And also, the land opens a few days before my birthday, and you know, I think birthdays are always the perfect excuse to plan a Disney day, right? So I really want to go to Disneyland. I think I wrote, spend a fun sunny day at Disneyland for my birthday. Here you go. I think that's it. That is a short list. However, I think if I make my list short, I'm sure to really take the time to do all the things that I put on my list. If your list is too long, maybe you won't have the time to do everything. So I thought that I would make a very simple list of things I really want to do. And you know, with the balcony, I have a pretty big project to work on, so that's gonna definitely take some time. But yeah, this is my spring bucket list for 2026. I'll be very excited to know about the things you have planned this spring. Like, what would you like to do? Where would you like to go? I want to know everything. So, and if you like this video, please feel free to subscribe. It really means a lot to me whenever someone subscribes or whenever someone leaves a comment. And I will see you very soon with maybe a new vlog. I don't know, I'm not gonna tell you too much. And in the meantime, I wish you the best, stay safe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!